Hello, Lindsay. Let's go all out for this episode, okay?
Oh, let's go all out. I love it. We usually go out all out for most episodes. I mean,
I think we do.
we do
I
our
think we
best.
do. You know what? Because we're all in. We're all in
We're
on all
all
there's
in.
English.
Oh my gosh, I'm so confused, Michelle. What are you even saying now?
I don't know, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun today. So, I mean, Lindsay, when was the last time you went all out for a party? Right? Like
Oh
maybe
my gosh.
you dressed up, like a lot of food,
Oh,
friends.
let's see. Oh, couple of like friends holiday parties that I've gone to. I've
Yeah.
gotten some nice stuff on, like wear a dress. I rarely wear dresses, but I did it in that case. I am not the person that goes all out for Halloween. What about you, Michelle?
Well,
Are
we've talked
you?
about this
Yeah, we
because
have.
Dan
Dan
it
does.
loves Halloween and I'm
Yes.
lukewarm on how I mean I like it, but
Lukewarm.
now that I have a kid, it's like kind of fun. But like at the same time, I'm just I don't know. Like this year, my son wanted us all to be Paw Patrol. So even Dan, I think now we're just like tired, like so we just ordered t-shirts like of a Paw Patrol character and we got little
Yeah.
dog ears and that's more my
Oh.
speed.
Yeah, that's my speed too. I do not spend like some people spend hours and days putting together a costume, spend a ton of money on it. It is not me. That is not me.
I have a friend who goes all out for Halloween. He's like really good even with like I don't know, he should it's like how do I say this? Like lights, like electricity, so he'll like
Oh, okay.
incorporate lights and have things
Into a
flickering on his
costume?
costumes.
Like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
his person?
Yes, yes. And he's just like he's famous for going all out for Halloween.
He's famous for going all out. I love that. I love that. So what's the word that we've been using here that might be brand new for our listeners?
Maybe it is. It's all out. So we have a listener question about all in and all out. Lindsay, could you read the question for us?
Yes, and this is a listener who reviewed us on Apple Podcasts and gave us
Yes.
5 stars, Michelle. We love that.
Yay.
We love to see your reviews, guys. So go leave us a rating review. Ask your question right there, like this listener did. So this listener says, I love this podcast. That's great. I love that. So
Yeah.
she says, I have a question for you. What's the difference between going all in and going all out?
Mm.
I've heard all out in the gym and once heard Lindsay asking Michelle about her dating style and if she used to ease into a relationship or if she would go all in at the beginning. Thanks. This is from Zahar in Apple Podcasts. Very nice.
Thank
Very
you so
nice.
much. This is fun. I'm excited for this episode.
This is really
Um,
fun. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we always want to direct you to other episodes that you can listen to that could be
Yes.
fun. So we have episode 1671, Can Personality Traits Be Changed? So this
Yes.
is, personality traits and this is kind of the idea of like going all out and going all in, right? Like we just talked about
Mm.
with the costume. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? I love it. Any kind of chance to talk about personality types, personality traits. I
Mhm.
love that topic. And I think it's a great connection skill for our
Mhm.
listeners,
Mhm.
right?
Exactly. So let's go into it. So, Lindsay, what is all out? To go all out?
Okay. This is to put everything into something, right? To be
Mhm.
excited about something, like your example with the guy with the lights. I'm imagining your friend completely covered in Christmas lights or something,
I could see it.
or just
Yeah.
lights. I don't know, crazy. To go above and beyond, to go in with they say gusto, right? Right?
Yes,
I love that.
gusto.
Yeah,
Yes, that's gonna be
gusto.
a good bonus for today. So,
What do
yeah,
you
I
think? What
mean,
else?
well, so let's talk about, because the listener mentioned the gym, like talking about going all out at the gym. So, what would that mean to go if I say, "Oh, go when I go to the gym, I go all out." What does that mean?
This means you go really hard.
Yeah.
And a good analogy for this is actually in Orange Theory. We have levels of running. So on the tread, they tell you when to, you have levels. We have base pace, or we have push pace, or we have all out. So all
Oh,
out for me is usually like an 8, like 8 miles an hour, right? So just like you're quite fast, it's quite fast for me. So all
yeah.
out is the fastest speed. We never do more than 30 seconds and we always get a walk after that. And so that's
Mhm.
just what that essentially think about applying that speed and pace and intensity to life. That's
Right.
what going all out is, right?
Right, 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 exactly. Wow, and that's so funny because I was gonna ask you, do you go all out at Orange Theory? And I
All
didn't know that that's actually something that's used.
the term. Yeah.
So that just
Yeah.
goes to show you this is really good for the gym. I mean, yeah, lifting the heavy weights, doing a lot of, just I mean, so you could say, "Oh, I went all out at the gym yesterday and today I'm really sore."
Oh, that's so true right now for me. Yes,
Ah,
exactly. But Michelle, when you go to the gym or, if you ever do go to the gym,
mhm, yeah.
no offense.
That's okay.
When you go to the gym, do you find it easy enough to push yourself, or do you need someone to tell you like all out, like go fast, run right now? Personally, I struggle with going
Yeah,
all out on my
know
own.
I like a little bit of direction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
hel I think it's helpful. Yeah, 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 exactly. So let's go into some other examples. So for example, that party was amazing. The hosts went all out and decorated the whole place like it was a fancy ballroom.
Yeah, for sure. Or you really deserve this vacation. Let's go all out. A shopping spree, time on the beach, whatever you want. So it's when
Mhm.
someone just fully immerses themselves in an experience.
Right.
Maybe they get the fanciest menu, right? They order
Right.
they get the best thing, whatever they want, they go fully into it. Yeah,
Right, right, right. I mean, Lindsay, how do you decide, like, because you can't go all out on everything, right? How
that's
do you
true, Michelle.
decide what it is you're gonna go all out on?
That's a great question. I think I have to know myself well and know my values really well, right? And so, I guess if I'm celebrating something and I feel like I need to,
Right.
like, reward myself or reward someone else, I will go all out. Be like, "Hey, let's go all out tonight. We just did XYZ. We just achieved this. Let's go all out. Let's order the bottle of wine," right? The expensive
Right.
bottle of wine. But when it's something that I know, like, it doesn't matter that much to me, I might try to save money or not really get the fanciest things. What
Mhm.
about
Right.
you?
Well, yeah, I think budget is a huge thing, like
Budget
if
is
you
big.
I think that's a big way that people decide, right? Like, okay,
Mhm.
well, I just got a bonus or I just got, a
Yeah.
promotion or whatever, let's go all out or just if they I mean, or some people go all out probably too frequently. Like
Right, that's why we've had so much credit card debt in this country historically.
right. They have to be smart about what to go all out for, but it's not only about spending money.
It's
It
not
can
just about
be,
consumption, yeah. Mhm.
right. So it's about a lot of things. So it's just how much you want to do it, how much you're excited about something, how much energy you have to put put into something. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good point, that's an important point, Michelle. We are pointing a lot to consumption of food or goods, materials, but it could also be, let's say, your friend invites you, "Hey, there's a half marathon in Denver in next
Yeah.
summer. Do you wanna do it with me?" And I could say, "No, let's just go all out and do the full marathon," right? Let's go all out.
Oh,
Ouch.
okay.
We might
Yes.
regret that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, exactly. That's a good point, Lindsay. So let's go to all in. All right. So
Yeah.
this is also the idea of putting everything into it. The dictionary said, I'm going to quote, completely committed to or very much in favor of something. Now, this sounds almost the same.
Very similar,
Very
similar.
similar. I think about poker, right? Like, and I think this kind of helps me understand the difference. Like, if you say I'm going all in on poker, what does that mean?
So that really means that you are
You're betting
ag
all
y
of your money.
yeah. What is the key difference here, Michelle,
Okay,
between
well, we're
all
gonna
in and all out? Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a
don't
minute.
worry, we'll get okay, I know, right? It's so funny because it seems like, "Oh, they're totally different," and then when you actually get into it, it's like,
Very similar.
wait a
Yeah,
second, they're more similar than we
we think.
realized." And so
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, but yeah, when you say all in poker, it's like you are so confident, or maybe
uh
you are trying to get people to think you're that confident, and you say,
Yeah.
"I'm betting all my chips. I'm going all in. I'm going to win with this amazing hand." And that's like putting all your
Yes.
money in, betting all of it. Lindsay, have you ever played poker?
No, I'm terrified. I think I would be terrible at poker. I'd lose all my money. I'm not a gambling woman, so
So yeah, but guys, in case you're interested, go on listen to episode 1675, which was, do you have a poker face when it comes to learning English, while we're on the topic of poker?
Yes. So, all right, let's get to it. I mean, so the
Yes.
idea of being all in is what, Michelle?
Is
So,
that
yeah,
is that you're truly, I mean, not to just say this, but in something. So you are putting your all in. You are devoted. You are all consumed, right? So if I
yeah,
say I'm all in on this marriage, we will fix whatever problems we have. It
right.
wouldn't be the same as
Uh,
I you couldn't say I'm I'm going all out on this marriage. Like that doesn't it
no,
doesn't mean the
no.
same thing.
Yep,
Um
yep.
so I'm all in. It's like I've committed myself. I'm putting everything I have into this.
Totally.
Or if
Totally.
you say you could even just say it so, like, to accept something, like, "I got the job, yes, I'll take it, I'm all in, like, I'm
Right.
accepting it.
And at that point you're saying, "I'm putting down my other options." Like, I'm no longer
I'm
interviewing.
committed."
I'm not thinking about my other options. I'm all in. I'm signing a contract. Let's do it. Right? Mhm.
Right, right, exactly. So I think of all out, as far as the difference is, I think of all out as being more a little bit over the top, maybe a little excessive or extravagant. So like
Okay.
maybe dealing with maybe dealing with spending money or just being really into something. So like also just
Yeah.
like as a side note, you don't say I'm all out, right? You'd say, like, "I'm going all out,"
I'm
but you
going
do
all
say,
out.
"I'm
Mhm.
all in," right?
That's a good
So,
point.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
say,
important.
"I'm all out," that would be more like you don't have something it just what
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, so along the same lines, I agree with you, Michelle. I think the key difference, it's subtle. Again, we've been doing a lot of subtleties on All Ears English
Uh,
lately. With Aubrey, we did one a few weeks ago that was quite subtle as well. But I think all out to go all out, again, you said go all out, is
mhm,
a lot of it is about consumption. Like, what are you consuming? Right?
mm,
I'm gonna get that ice cream sundae, not just the mini kitty cup, right? I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna do that. I'm as opposed to all in, it's like you are involved in something. You're involved in a marriage. You're
yes.
involved in a poker game. You're involved in a
Right,
job. Something about you being taking actions and being in a circle, kind
right.
of. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, I agree. And so, well, I have some examples here where we're going to fill in the blank and we'll even
Yeah.
give a second and then the listeners can guess and we'll talk about like which
Yeah,
we think
good.
makes sense, right? To help us get into the differences a little bit more with some real examples. Let's try and fill in the blank, little exercise, a little game for today. So, I'll do the
I
first
love
one.
it.
So,
Okay.
she really went blank with the baking. There were brownies and cookies and cupcakes. What do you think? Lindsay, wait, let's pause. Guys,
Uh,
what do you
it's
think?
okay. Okay. So can I throw in my idea
Sure,
here,
what do
what
you
I
think?
think? Okay, I think she really went all out because I also think it's a chunk too. Again, as we said, to go all
Yep,
out, to
yep,
go
that's
all
a
out.
clue.
So that's the hint, that's the clue, right? Mhm.
Mhm, right, and also this fact that, then I listed brownies and cookies and cupcakes, right?
Yeah.
I could say she went all in, but it just I don't know, it just doesn't sound
She went
as
all in, she
it
went
just
all out.
I
Mm-mm.
feel like all out, emphasizes, like, this extravagance, this excessiveness.
Excessiveness, consumption. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
What's the next one, Michelle?
Okay, you wanna do the next one? Oh, wait, or
Sure.
should I do them because then you have to guess?
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm blank when it comes to my kids.
Okay, listeners, go ahead and take a guess, and I will throw out my guess now. I think it is I'm all in.
Yes.
Again,
Right.
this points to being part of like a circle. It's your family. You're
Mhm.
physically, not just physically involved, mentally, emotionally, fully just in, just totally in it.
You're committed, you're invested, all these things, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense, "I'm all out when it comes to my kids."
No,
You
you
might
can't say
say
that.
but let's say you're talking about Christmas shopping or something, and you say, "I
Yes.
go all out when it comes to my kids." That would mean
Perfect.
I get the toys, I get the stocking stuffers, I get this and
Consumption,
that, right? So, exactly, that idea of consumption.
excessiveness. Yes, perfect. Perfect example, right? Okay.
Let's do a couple more. Okay. They are really blank on this. They won't give up.
Okay, for this one, I would say they are really all in on this.
Mhm,
Is that
mhm.
right?
Yeah, that's what
Mhm.
I was thinking. They won't give up. Like they're invested. They're deep into it. They're a part of
Yeah,
something like you said.
a part of something, that's the key. And maybe not, like, physically, but emotionally here. They're invested, as you said, Michelle. Okay,
Right. Right, right,
one
right.
more?
One more. All right, here we go. He went blank at the talent show. His guitar playing was amazing and he played songs he wrote himself. He practiced so much.
This one's tough because I could see how our listeners might think maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I would say he went all out at the talent show. Is that what you were
Well,
thinking?
that's what I was thinking. I think especially when you have, like, these lists, but however, you could say he
You could
he
say.
he went all in, but I just this is one of those where I think it sounds more natural to say all out. Like we talked about, it's not just consumption. I mean, I think the fact that I listed it was guitar playing, it's songs, but
Yeah.
I think it would have sounded better to say, like, oh, like my friend is practicing for the talent show, he's really all in, you know?
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
what you mean. Yeah. So also the fact that it's go, right? We use went. So that was the clue for
yeah,
me, right? So go all
right, right.
out. So all right, Michelle, in let's go ahead and try a quick role play in just a minute here. Okay, Michelle, quick role play. Here we go. Are you ready? I am your realtor.
Yeah, so here we go.
So are you ready to start looking?
Yes, I'm all in.
Okay, awesome. So let's list some of the things you're looking for in a new home. Give me the whole list. Really go all out.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, that's always a fun moment when you're whoever's helping you find something is like, "Tell me everything you want. Tell me
All
all
your
your
dreams.
dreams,
But
all
then they
your
have to say,
dreams."
"This is not possible."
Right. Okay, so just real quick to show our listeners, you said, "Yes, I'm all in." That means you are totally committed to this project, right?
Mhm, exactly, exactly. And then you said, "Give me the whole list," like, basically, all the things you would want, so really
Right.
go all out. Give me everything, all the even if it sounds excessive, right?
Again, excessiveness, consumption, kind of the idea of you want all these things. That's
Right.
yeah. But again, Michelle, there is overlap. So what should our listeners come away with today?
I think the main idea we have is like this idea of like kind of being a part of something is often all in, like you're all in on a marriage, or but you usually say all out with the word go. Like I wouldn't say
Mhm.
I'm all out. I might say I go. I might say I go all in
Go
on my relationships. You might say that, but you would never say I am all out
No, you would never exactly. So today we've given you guys some
in that
broad
way. Yeah.
rules. Exactly. So this is nuanced. So I mean, I would recommend for our listeners, guys, just listen to this. Try to hear native speakers use these two phrases, and then you'll start to get it a bit more. Right?
Mhm, mhm, exactly. This was fun, I really like this question,
Mm.
and guys, give it a try, you'll definitely hear this, these are both really common.
Yeah, this is a really good one. Michelle, thanks for hanging out on the mic with me today. I'll talk to you soon.
Alright, bye, Lindsay.
Bye.